Good morning. Today is August the 15th. And on this day, Christians throughout the world stop for a moment and give thanks for Mary, the mother of Jesus. When Mary herself composed the Magnificat, she prophesied through it and said simply, "All generations will call me blessed." Now, I know a lot of Protestant friends and a lot of evangelical friends find great difficulty with this person. But I think all Christians everywhere should stop, and all Christians everywhere should give thanks for what this woman did. When Jesus, who chose her to be his mother, when Jesus sent his angel to her, the angel Gabriel, he asked her a simple question. Would you be willing to allow God to enter your own womb and be born? She's astounded by the act. She doesn't understand what it means. She questions for a while how this can possibly be if she doesn't have a husband. And the angel says to her quite simply, the child who is going to be born from you is the child of God. And God is going to give to him the throne of his ancestor David. The whole of creation waits for her response. For God could not put any pressure on her at this point. This had to be a free decision. And she says quite simply, I am the handmaid of the Lord. Be it unto me according to your word. Now, the trouble is, we know so little about her. We know she grew up in Nazareth. We know that her parents were descended, at least her father was descended from King David through the line of Judah. The kingship had come down to him, and therefore the child to be born from Mary would be known as a son of David. We know she has a kinswoman, Elizabeth, the wife of Zechariah, who would become the mother of John the Baptist. What a strange, mysterious family this must have been. Two women, one the mother of John the Baptist, one Mary living in Nazareth. After the angel spoke to her, she must have gone to her family and said quite simply, I want to visit Elizabeth. I have to speak with her. We don't know how she travelled there, but she went to Ein Chiarim. No one knew that Elizabeth was pregnant, except the people immediately around her. But when she comes into the house where Elizabeth is living, suddenly Elizabeth herself cries out, and she says, you are the mother of my Lord. Elizabeth recognizes it, and Mary says, how do you know what's happened? And she said, well, when you spoke to me, the child in my womb, that is the child who would be John the Baptist, recognized the child in your womb, even though it has just been conceived a matter of a couple of weeks before this, and leapt for joy. Strange family. We go on with this family and we find other things. We find, for instance, that one of her sisters was married to Zechariah and was, in fact, the mother of James and John. James and John were his cousins. Zechariah was a wealthy fisherman owning many boats on the Sea of Galilee. And her sister was his wife. You know, we have no understanding. We wish we knew so much more. We can look at one incident, and that is the incident of the wedding in Cana of Galilee. They were running out of wine. They went to Mary, not to the master of ceremonies or to the bridegroom or the father. They went to Mary and they said to her, they're running out of wine. And she says to them, whatever Jesus says to you, do it. And they were so overcome by what she had said that when Jesus said, take some of this water and take it to the master of ceremonies, they did it. You see, her influence at that wedding is far greater than we can ever understand. But what she does say at that wedding is very important to us. For she says to those servants, she says, whatever he says to you, do it. And if she has any other purpose in this life, is to say to us as well, whatever Jesus says to you, do it. You can trust him. And this is a mother speaking. This is not a follower. This is not somebody who's overwhelmed. I'm the person who changed his nappy. I know him better than anybody. And I'm saying to you, you can trust him. Whatever he says to you, do it. And so today, on this particular month, we stop for a moment and we give thanks for this woman. We wish we knew more about her, but we rejoice that when Jesus sought out a person who would be his mother, he chose her. And may God bless each one of you wherever you are. Amen.